Hello, good morning, happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining me for another Saints and Angels Oracle deck reading for our week to come. Here we are already halfway through pretty much November. Today is the full moon in Taurus. It's that crucial final full moon. So many people have been talking about the astrology. You know, we really are in epic times. Once in a lifetime, once in a 25,000 year cycle kind of things happening. And the age in the dawn of Aquarius is really sort of marking its final movements here in November. So, so excited to do a reading today on this kind of day. The energies are super high. I myself have really been going through a lot of cyclitic alchemy, a lot of catalytic kind of work-throughs and lessons and all types of positively and negatively kind of themed and polarized scenarios and circumstances coming up. And me being able to more consciously, actively work through them with spiritual awareness that is really empowering and actually helps enlighten me in the moment and the circumstances much more. I'm feeling more gravity in my exchanges with others and more gravity in my spiritual exchanges, and the term gravity too, I don't really, I mean in a polarization sense of gaining more charge and attraction and also repulsion, sort of. There's not a good terminology for these kind of things yet, but here we are in the new world, right? So we're talking in new ways, I guess. And as I'm talking a little too much already, let's bring it into Friday, November 15th, and really to the reading of what we're here to do. Respecting my time and yours as well, we can all look around about the astrology and the numerology and all that at other times and places about the comings. We all know the time we're in, right? But let's talk really about now and our present moment. Let's get into the present moment and see what the cards will have to bring for us. This month we have two themes at work, the Nine of Swords and Justice, at play together, working off of each other. I'm thinking of sort of the stone that sharpens the blade kind of image and visualization and working of, coming through the month. And already, the justice, we've seen so much kind of rippling effects happening out there in the external world. And I won't get caught up in the matrix propaganda talk either. We can all look around about and have our own theories and reasons about all of that in another place and space. But what I wanted to just quickly really not talk about, but touch on was the last week's message of stress management. I myself struggled all week long and used that card really as an anchor to try to remind myself that to give myself space for stress management, to give myself a pat on the back, to rest once in a while, to work to more consciously manage my own stressors, and the stressing parts about my life, and to also take responsibility that I myself, my mind and my thought processes are really a lot of what's created my personal stress. And that stress in our lives, while it can impact others, and we work to sort of complain or get others to understand about what our stress really is to us for some reason, for them to sympathize and empathize with us, to be, it's such a strange thing to do that, to try not to do that now, to be more conscientious in my scenarios and situations in my life, to not be infringing and spilling out things that I'm allowing myself to create more stress around. Because in fact, if I just stopped doing that, um, that is the managing of my stress. And then I learned to alchemize it and actually move through it better and more actually on my own, and more with more strength and more productivity, and I learn more from it. Sort of the kinetic technicality way of it. So, interesting week for me to learn a lot through the hard way around. So, I hope that people have also learned a lot from that card from last week. And this week, I'm sure we'll have interesting working cards to get us through the residual effects of this full moon that's coming on right now. But let's get focused and let's get into being a good audience, right? I've already kind of chatted for over 5 minutes. Thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for joining me to hear what our beautiful saints and angels have in store for us. If you'd like to get comfortable where you are, have a sip of water or get ready to sit for a second. I'm going to lead us into just a quick centering, heart-centered place where we can tap into some gratitude, tap into some quiet listening, and prepare to, like I said, be a good audience and receive the messages from the card. So I'm going to close my eyes. You're welcome to as well. You don't have to. Certainly watch the video or do whatever you're doing. This is not a hypnosis, so don't worry. Feel free to be driving or doing whatever you are. The point is really to just become a little more centered in your body, in the present moment that you are in. And if that is not one that you can sit still in, then reflect on exactly what you're doing around you. Feel your body a little bit more, But if you can, sit quietly and close the eyes. Let's try that on for size. Can't help myself with a rhyme sometimes. Sorry. Oh. Taking a moment to breathe in your own breath, embrace your place in space. Feel your own comfortability. Give yourself that open flexibility to be who you are, to be your own unique, silly, quirky self. Or maybe today it's quiet and serious and stoic. And that's okay too. Let the breath guide the way. Dropping down into the moment, feeling what it feels like to be you, to be alive today. Feel your hands as they rest. Feel your feet where they sit, placed on the ground. Feel your bum situated, seated, the sits bones, the spine stacked, effortlessly, bones, muscle and tissue holding you up. The energy riding through it. The spirit and consciousness pulsating, reverberating through it all. The breath passing in and out. Great reminder the cycle of otherness, the external and the internal. Feel the cool breath riding in through the nostrils, flowing down deep into the body, morphing into warmness, spreading out to all the cracks and crevices, into the caves, the cavernous spaces within the universe of you. Air, energy, molecules, nutrients, information, instructions, and nourishment, all coming, riding in, being received. So many systems and managers deep within you, knowing exactly what they need on their checklist, finding it, riding in on the wave of the breath, pulsating in the beat of the blood, tingling, popping in, consciousness, energy. So many ways we can receive, so many types of input. Just feel communications happening within the body, tinglings, twitchings, flexes and impulses, beating, blinking, stretching, receding, closing in, and expanding. So much happening while we choose to sit still, while we choose to notice even the happenings, even if you're not sitting still at this moment. As we choose to observe, we choose to define purpose more clearly. We create more to be done, to be witnessed. We notice there is more happening deeper within. Something there we missed before. Taking time to listen, to quiet, to be still, to intend to notice more. To ask if there is more to be seen. And to wait to hear a response. Hearing what is there. These are lifelong practices. These are everlasting rituals and partnerships. They are promises, conscious, continuous commitment. This is what infinite discovery is. 24/7, 360 degrees. It is larger than life, and yet it is life itself, just as large. Each breath, each beat of the heart shows us the way, the steady pace. You already have your place, so give thanks for it. Take a moment to breathe into you. Breathe the air from around you. Notice the quality of it. Notice the temperature, the sounds around you. Notice the transparency behind your eyelids, the quality of light in the room shining through. Is it shadowy or bright? Is it stuffy or windy? Is it warm or cold? Give thanks for your day, for everything you've been to up to this moment, for taking the time to sit down here and watch this video, to sit and do a great practice of listening and preparation to be of audience and receivership of messages, inspiration for yourself, for your day, for your week to come, for your own direct world and what you will go through in this week, in this month, as well as the year and the collective for all. Great service of the great other and the great whole that each one of us represents individually. I thank you as I thank myself. Take a moment to move your fingers and toes and get ready to open your eyes as I ring my bowl here. Okay, now take out my deck and we'll see what our beautiful saints and angels have to say this week. I will give you, beautiful saints and angels, your own divine welcome as we, as a collective here, turn our mind's eye, our heart centers, our souls and spirits towards your great, deep, and everlasting radiance of messages that are continuously reverberating out from your own higher dimensions, your own places and spaces of viewing and audienceship that you reside from and stand from in the here and now. We feel your energies, your guidance, your support. We know your presence. We feel your truths and honor them as part of our whole. We thank you so much for being with us, and we ask if you could please offer a point of wisdom or guidance, advice here for this week to come under our beautiful themes, 9 of Swords and Justice, here in this month of November 2024. As we sit under the beautiful, glorious full moon, this epic time, in our cycles and the changes, the thresholds that we are blessed to be burning during, lights of guiding, beacons of hope. We wish and allow you to speak through these cards now and give us points to perhaps burn brighter, to perhaps reignite here in this week to come, to guide us as individuals and collective through this crucial time. We thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Whoops. All the cards are excited. And so am I. Doing some shuffles here. Oops. Oh no, too many. Thank you, thank you. Healing Mother Triumphant. Oh, so many cards I just saw at once. Too many cards at once. But thank you, thank you, thank you for the Mother energies. We know the healing energies of the Mother, and she is triumphant. We are bringing that back. We thank you so much for those everlasting, beautiful messages. Powerful, powerful, deep messages. I don't wish to brush them aside, but I do wish for an individual, hopeful card that we could consolidate into a discernible message for the week. Thank you. Oh, 2 cards are upside down after all of those cards to be dropped, so I'm just going to read them, and it's one of the cards that I happened to see that flashed through all the cards, which was triumphant. But this is another that I didn't notice, but they were stuck together. Higher education. Both are guardian angel cards. I love that. Showing us the inner work. You know, we have the power, we have all the tools, we are capable at this moment. It's time to be within ourselves, within our bodies, to know our true truth, and to know that we have the steering wheel at this moment. And it resonates so deeply with the Taurus energy, right? And what a great reminder as well at this sort of Scorpio time, that season that we're entering into, and just the time and season of autumn and everything, the desire to really dive inwards and recede out and pull away. But there's also this great notion of staying within the body, within the present moment as well, without completely getting lost in the underbelly and receding into the total seclusion, but to reside in the body, but during these great times. It's such a dual working. Triumphant and higher education. What wonderful messages for this week. Since they are, this has been, a bit of a longer video. We're already at 20 minutes. I'm not going to read both of them here in the now. I will touch on them in my Telegram over the week and possibly share both the little blurbs that go along with them later in the week. But know that, higher education this week, and we're in this triumphant energy, so it's a wonderful time to for if you are coming into sort of these closure times with anything that has to do with higher education, learning new things, bringing in new integrated downloads, actually being a part of higher education, learning things, reaching out in sources to learn things from others, whether that is in a more standard way, with universities, with real teaching, workbooks, any kind of learning in that sense, or whether it's more of a spiritual learning, or perhaps, you are providing higher learning to others even. Know that this is a triumphant time for those types of activities and projects. I'm thinking of my own homeschooling kind of things right now. I'm having like a couple of dots connecting so much for myself right now. I'm sorry I seem a little distracted, but I'm disconnected because I'm connecting my own personal points of guidance. Thank you so much. I hope that they're sparking individual points as well for you. If not, hopefully they'll be like seeds and blossom later in the week. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Happy Friday. I hope you have a beautiful weekend, and I'll see you next week.